Coming to you live from Norman, Oklahoma. It's your favorite podcast, Burgers and Brats. We're here. We're going to do some conspiracy theories today on this special episode. We're also going to talk the divorce of Kim K and Kanye West. But before we dive into that, make sure you're following us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Pandora, and anywhere else you get your podcasts at Burgers, Brats, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're watching, you should be watching. Watch us on YouTube at Burgers Brats. I'm joined by special guest all the way from Colorado, Hayden Mennella. Hey, Hayden, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I've been hyped about it all week.
I know it's only been one day in the week, but you're hyped about that. Ready to talk some Kim K and Kanye divorce. Where can we find you on social media?
Just follow me on Insta at Hayden Mennella.
All right, Hayden Mennella. Very Manila. Bland Manila. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm sorry.
Drop a beat. Start.
Let's start cooking on the grill this week, or last week, actually. It's already been like a full week. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West filed for divorce after 6 years and 4 kids. I can't believe they've been married for 6 years, actually. That's pretty good for Kim K standards. So apparently, so far, neither party is contesting their prenup right now. That's what I read that on website last night. And they're far along on actually reaching a property settlement. So it's not a messy breakup, really, like we usually see in Hollywood. What are your thoughts on this divorce? Are you sad, happy? What are you feeling?
I'm sad for Kanye. I know he deals with a lot of mental health issues, and the only time I've ever really seen him smile is when he was with Kim. So kind of sad, but I really think Kim can do better,
Yeah, well, I think this was probably Kim's best. I mean, she did date a basketball player. I forgot who her first marriage was,
Chris
but
Humphries.
yeah, that was the basketball player, right?
Yeah, but the video was with Ray J.
Yeah,
That
but
was like her.
they weren't married though.
True.
Chris Humphries lasted like 72 days. Like that's
Yeah.
gotta be a record. It's gotta be a record. But yeah, Kanye West has gone through a lot of mental issues. So apparently, I mean, all of this just went downhill after he announced his run for presidency July 4th. He had that town hall where he was just going off about his kids and how he didn't want them, but Kim K made him. And then Kanye West, we can't forget him taking shots at the Jenner family, saying, calling Kris Jenner Kris Jong-un. So that's going to get you in some hot water calling your mother-in-law after a dictator, for sure.
It definitely works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Yeah, Kris Jenner, man, that girl, she knows how to run a business. She really does.
She really does.
But yeah, the last few months, I guess Kanye's been in Wyoming, Kim and Calabasas. I mean, those are some pretty good places to separate and go get your mind off things. Just, I don't know. I'm not really happy. I think Kim K probably deserves probably someone a little better. I know Kanye's got the mental health issues, but he's just been off the deep end. I think Kim K could do it a little better. The main issues, I guess, were lifestyle, politics, that got in the way, among others. So, Kim K's third divorce. They had 4 kids. What happens with Kim K this year? Who she start dating? Does she start dating in a few months, a few years? She get married in a few years or this year, maybe?
Well, I wanted to start off by saying just because you have mental health issues does not mean you aren't worthy of love.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. That's not what
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But I think that Kim, this is how I see it. Her sister Courtney, she dumped Scott, has like 4 or 5 kids with him, right? And then it's just like dating all these like models and actors. I think I can see that for Kim, just like balling out.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. It's all what the Jenner family's doing. Is there a certain person you got in mind for Kim?
Ooh, I like to see them with basketball players, but I can see Kim as a football wife. Can really see her as a football wife. Like switch it up.
Usually you see them as basketball players with basketball players. I hadn't thought about a football player. Can't really
Yeah.
like I don't know. Can't really see it. Not like
Really?
I can't see her going after a quarterback. I can't see it. Um,
Mm.
what about Kanye? What's
You
Kanye doing?
know,
He needs to
I
get his help first.
I definitely think Kanye needs to take some time, maybe get some help, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't really see him getting back in a relationship with anyone like high key like that. I think he'll definitely keep everything low key from now on and just maybe drop a few albums and like talk some mad stuff about her. And you know how he goes, but I think definitely we're gonna get an album talking some mad crap on her.
Yeah, let's hope it's fire and nothing like that gospel stuff he released.
Oh my God.
That Chick-fil-A Sunday, you're my number one stuff. I hope it's not like that. I hope not.
God no. I hope it's more like Heartless, like some of the
Oh,
OG stuff. Yeah, we all mess with Heartless. It
if
goes
we
hard.
get
It
another
goes hard.
Heartless, oh,
Yeah,
I miss the
always.
old Kanye. I miss him. Um,
Straight from the low Kanye.
there's talk about Kim K being with Van Jones, a CNN political commentator. I guess they work closely on the prison reform. They've they flirt. If you watch some videos, they flirt. Talking about stuff. Van Jones even called Kim K brilliant. A few years ago. I know, brilliant. It's what flirting does.
Brilliant.
That
Really
leads
hitting on
to
him.
it leads to marriages now. It does. It really does.
Call someone brilliant.
And it does. Yes, on live TV and stuff, especially when it's Kim
It's
K, because you don't usually think
true.
that. But
True.
apparently, Kim K, a few months. Um, I think she takes a few months off. Apparently, she's gonna study for the bar exam. Apparently, she really wants to be a lawyer. She's been focusing on this prison stuff, wanting to further her career in that. I mean, her family has a history of being lawyers. She's definitely got the strings to pull that. Uh, I think she can be a lawyer. I'd love to watch Kim K practicing law and having her own TV show like the ones we see with All Rise, Bull. I think it'd be pretty fun.
I think just what she's done not having passed the bar exam so far is pretty awesome. Like a lot of people work. I definitely don't think she would have achieved that if she didn't have the title behind her that she does currently. I don't think she would have gotten how far she did, but I definitely think what she's done so far is sick, and I can't wait to see what else she does after she actually has the title of lawyer behind her.
Yeah, I don't know
So,
what her IQ is or anything, but I hear she's pretty smart. I mean, doing all this reforms definitely helps build your case and see you as a higher light. Anything else for Kimye? Sad to see him go.
um, actually, what do you think about the Jeffree Star part of it all? You heard about that?
I have heard. I don't think that was real. Didn't
You
Jeffree
don't think it's what?
Star came out and said that it wasn't real, right?
I don't know. It
I
makes
think it's real.
they're both in Wyoming, live kind of close. It would
They're
make
both in.
sense.
I did not know they were both in Wyoming.
Yeah, Jeffree Star has a house in Wyoming. He posted a YouTube video recently talking about it, did a house tour. Apparently Kanye is just down the road, so
I mean, I'm sure. I know there are probably a bunch of celebrities down that road, but that is a little sus. It's a little sus.
that's what I'm saying.
um, but actually, looking back on that, they've been married 6 years. It doesn't like thinking about Kanye West and Kim K, like how popularized they are and how they were, especially growing up too. But 6 years, it's a long, pretty good for Hollywood, especially for those kind of people.
Makes you think it was kind of legit, to be honest, and not just celebrities dating.
Yeah, it just went off the deep end last year or so. But well, hopefully they find love again soon. We all hope so.
Yeah, it's supposed to
We
be
also
us.
yeah.
Thoughts on what?
Kim Ye. No more thoughts?
Thoughts on it? Oof, sorry, I'm like nearly deaf. No more thoughts. Just wish them the best. Find love together, find love with other people. Things last, things don't. Just go with it. So
Amen. We all deserve to be happy. We all
We
deserve.
all just deserve to be happy, man.
Before we move into some conspiracy theories, we got Bigfoot and aliens coming up in just a second. Let's move into on this day in history. 1980, the Miracle on Ice, where the USA defeats the Soviet Union 4-3. 1819, Spain sells Florida to the USA for $5 million. Not bad. Hopefully, we can sell it back for a little bit more. That'd be fine with me. And then 1968, Wilt Chamberlain becomes the first NBA player to reach 25,000 points. Some birthdays to give out. Happy birthday, George Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Steve Irwin. Birthday today.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Would have been 59 today, I believe. So
The legend going.
I know. Oh, Stingray. His kids are great. You follow their kids on Twitter?
I think his daughter's name is like Bindi Irwin or something like that.
Brandy. I think Brandy.
Brandy? Oh, I thought it was something like Australian vibes.
Brandy with an I. It's something with an I. I think it's Brandy with an I.
Okay. Well, I think I follow his son. He's doing some cool stuff. And then I know his daughter was like pregnant or married, something like that. So maybe both.
Yeah, I think she was. I think it was marriage. I think it was. I don't know if she got pregnant yet, but let make sure you're following us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Pandora, anywhere else you get your podcasts at Burgers&Brats. Stay updated with our latest news on Twitter and Instagram, and watch us on YouTube at Burgers&Brats. So let's dive into some Bigfoot. Hayden, you live in the mountains, man. Have you seen Bigfoot yet?
You know, sometimes at night when I see things moving, I'm like, it's Bigfoot. Bigfoot. But no, haven't.
You see just walking around, you see Bigfoot just staring.
Yeah, I got a big one right here. They're always open. We're just waiting for something to come in, but I haven't seen anything yet, man. I really want to. We have a lot of bears out here. There's a bear den like 150 feet back from our house.
What?
So either gonna see Bigfoot or bear. So
there's actually a bear den 150 feet.
Yeah, there's a mama, I think, and a cub right now. But pretty big. Both my roommates have seen it. My significant other has seen it. But guess who hasn't seen it?
You.
And I like bears. Haven't got to see it yet.
So they let them build houses next to a bear den.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this was all our house. Basically, there's a main road that goes out towards the dam, basically. But they let them build on like a turnoff out from the road. And it was just all part of like the San Juan National Forest, and they let them build on it. So
wow. That's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Don't be taking out the trash.
No, I can't leave the trash cans out either because they'll come. So
it's very true. So Bigfoot. Are you a believer or a skeptic? What are you?
I'm a non-believer.
Bigfoot.
Not a skeptic, not nothing. I fully believe that it's not legit.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that hurts. I'm a believer, man. There's no way this thing doesn't exist. Just looking outside your back door, I bet you can just see national forests untouched, untamed, with just hundreds of animals just living there that we don't even know exist. So do you just see, like, have you ever seen an animal you've never seen in your life out there in Colorado? You're from Oklahoma, so I know we don't see many animals. Like you're hey, God just dropped this new animal out here. What is that?
Man, of course I've seen things I've never seen before, like only at the zoo. But here's the thing, just the people out here, where they go out just makes me know that if it was legit, that we would know about it. Like the type of people out here who go hiking and like cross-country skiing and like snowshoeing, I know for a fact that if it was legit, there would be people who have seen it by now.
So, well, there's just so much scientific uncertainty. We discover new animals every month, every week, every day. We discover something small and large. Pretty sure a new ape species was just discovered last year, not even a full year ago. The historical precedents, Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, they lived together for thousands of years. They looked like giant apes. Maybe they could not have evolved. Maybe they're just living in the forest, man. They know how to survive off that like we used to. They just haven't gotten the tools. Like, like that one island in the middle of nowhere where that tribe lives, and no technology. They just live off the land.
Yeah, that you can't go on.
Yeah.
Because they'll kill you.
Yeah. So it could be kind of like that. Um, there have been giant mammoths, giant turtles, giant birds, living with humans in the timeline. Giant bears, giant fish. We have giant whales. But yeah, this would be like the first time ever in our timeline where we wouldn't have a giant mammal or reptile or anything like that living with us, because you see these pictures of just gigantic animals that are like this big now, that used to live not even thousands of years ago. So I think there can definitely be a giant ape, man. It's just a big monkey that can walk like us.
It's a big monkey, but it's not Bigfoot. It's just a big monkey.
Yeah, but he walks on 2 feet.
Yeah, but monkeys like can walk on 2 feet, you know?
Yeah, but they don't walk like Frankenstein like that, like us.
Well, I don't know, dog. I'm like, people can believe whatever they want. I just think that like if he was legit, or he or she or whatever, not gonna gender Bigfoot.
Yeah, let them decide.
Okay, we're good. But I definitely think that we would have seen it. But here's the thing: if it was some underwater stuff, I would believe in that, because we haven't even explored like 70% of our waters.
I don't think we've explored that much. Like, it's only like what, 6 or 7%. But listen to this. Wait, what was the last point you made? It was
if it was an underwater creature.
No. If we hadn't seen it, people see it every day. People see it every week. There are sightings literally every single week in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, especially Nepal and that region. Out there, people are seeing this. People are videoing this. Some are fake, obviously, but people are seeing with their eyes. And I'm gonna butcher this, but it's one of those old names you give to those ancient.
You got it.
Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus was a Bigfoot which lived between 9 million years and 100,000 years. That's a long lifespan. Okay.
All right.
Obviously, it's not for one, but a long timeline of that one animal. 9 million years and only 100,000 years ago. So this thing, it lived. It could still be living. Like the megalodon. It's down there in the water. There's no way that thing's extinct, man. You got giant sharks.
That's definitely down. It's definitely down there.
Yeah, you got the Kraken. All right. Tongue twister.
You got it.
Modern gorilla. Can you tell me when it was first identified by modern science?
The only thing I know, I think, is like Jane Goodall does stuff with apes. I think that's it.
So the modern gorilla wasn't even identified until the mid 19th century. That's the 1850s, 60s. We're talking Civil War time is when the ape was actually identified. So that's a long time period of when humans and Neanderthals and us coming over and the Mayflower, Plymouth Rock, first discovering the giant ape. It's a long time. So it's not been that long since the ape was discovered that we could find another one just like it, a giant ape called Bigfoot. And you and I both know Native American legends. Many tribes, especially in the Pacific Northwest, that area, Seattle, Oregon, especially with the Bering Land Bridge that used to connect, they all have similar stories. They all have a specific mention of Bigfoot, different stories, different how he looks, but it's all the same and coming together with the idea of with the notion that there is a giant mammal, it wasn't called Bigfoot, obviously, but there's a giant mammal that lived out there and they worshipped it. Not worshipped, but they knew about it and talked about it. So I'm just pointing out some stuff, man.
You
Big.
know, you might make me a believer if the Native Americans believe in it. I trust the Native Americans for sure. We both do. Um, might look into that. If I find it to my liking, then you might have turned me into a believer
Yeah,
for sure.
the natives, they knew this thing existed. I just what I said, eyewitness evidence. We're seeing videos, we're seing all this stuff, especially professionals. They have teams go out and look for scatter, hair samples, footprints, and they're finding these things. They are finding hair samples that they cannot identify to any animal that is living. You see that a lot, and you see these crazy footprints. Obviously, those can be doctored, faked. We've seen that before, but then we've also got audio recordings. Some weird, whatever they do, they bang the stick on the tree. I think that's their mating for Bigfoot.
Are we talking about Animal Planet shows or what are we talking about? Like sources?
Yeah, we're talking the Discovery shows, hunting Bigfoot, or with wasn't Rob Lowe in that or something like that?
I don't know. It
People
would
do.
make sense. Rob Lowe does a lot of weird stuff.
That's very true. But yeah, there's just so much uncertainty. When I came to Colorado, I've been there many times, but this last year, you just look out and you see all these mountains just untouched. And you're like, no way in hell is there not a Bigfoot in there. There's no way. Just so much of the earth is just untouched. I would believe it more if he's in the Himalayas, because it's a lot harder to hide there, less people, a lot harder to track out there, but definitely think something's out there.
You know, I'll give it to you. If there could be, but I'm not sure. I think I need to see it for myself to believe it.
Yeah, it just makes more sense that it's out there than it's not out there, man. I just think it does. I think it do.
You know,
I'm turning you into a believer. I'm turning you into.
I think it's just a thing for profit right now, though, man. I really do. I think it's just people profiting off of people on like a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like here's a sticker, pay me $5, you know? Let's go looking for Bigfoot. A new book actually just released. I think his name's Denver. His last name starts with an R. He just dropped a book about the whole skepticism behind finding Bigfoot, and just basically how in most ways it's just like a monetary gain type thing, and like people will do like $7,000 retreats to like go out and find Bigfoot, and then he's like, the guys are like, oh damn, I bought the wrong peanut butter, he's not going to come out today, and then like scamming people of like grands, like band, like full up, and I'm just like,
yeah, I won't
so I
deny
don't know.
grab. You see that with everything though. I mean, Loch Ness, hunting octopuses, krakens. You see, hunting all these creatures and everything. That's human nature, man. Make it a money grab. Scam these people. Circuses. That's what a circus is, really. But yeah, Bigfoot, man. He exists. He's out there. Hopefully, he comes out soon. We need him. We need him. It's 2021. Give us something good about this year, man.
President 2020.
2024, baby. He's got this. Anything else on Bigfoot? Did I make you a believer?
You know, less of a skeptic. I'll give it to you. I'll be less skeptic.
You're gonna walk out tonight and you're gonna see Bigfoot. I guarantee you. That's how this works. That's how it works.
No.
I
All I
guarantee.
want to see is a goddamn bear. That's all I want to see.
You'll see that tonight. That's how that'll go. He'll be standing up.
Oh,
Like that. Let's move into some aliens. Some
all
alien
right.
talk. Um, this week we actually landed on a rover on Mars again, so that is huge for us. Hopefully, it comes across some little aliens. It's just sneaking up on some little aliens, come across them in a little cave, starts talking to them, and we find them there. But I don't think that'll work. That'll be how it happens. Um, Thoughts on UFOs, aliens, all that?
100% legit.
Oh, okay. Well, Bigfoot's fake. Oh.
Bigfoot's aliens? Fuck yeah.
Well, I'll have to bleep that out in a second. I'm with you on that. UFOs, I think, probably account for a lot of military projects. I think not obviously not all of them are from aliens coming to visit us. I don't know what they want from us. We're awful people. Um, but I think a lot of it's just military testing, just all that secretive stuff they need for wars and spying and all that. I think that's what a lot of them are recently. I mean, we've had UFO sightings for for centuries, thousands of years as well. Famous paintings about them, back in the Renaissance and all that. I there's no way aliens aren't real, man. There's no
There's
way.
no way.
How do you build those pyramids, man? How do you build those? Doesn't make any sense.
No, you're not one of those, are you?
How do you build the pyramids?
Pyramids?
They're so perfect. It would have taken thousands of years.
No. The Egyptians were crazy people, man.
Yeah.
Like, not, they're like,
I guess when you had the labor workers that you didn't have to pay, you could just make them work like that.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I genuinely think that, like, during that time, like, the whole era, like, I definitely think it was just such a cool thing, like, looking into, like, Egyptians and
Probably not
mummies and all of that.
not if you're one of
Not
the
all, no. But I think being royal in that time would be so cool. Just like living life in like the Nile River, like all of that would be so sick.
I do like my indoor plumbing, my 5G phone, all of that stuff. Being able to watch Netflix whenever. I do enjoy that instead of dying in the heat of the Sahara and all of that.
I think if you live there, I don't think it's like hot like that, you know? And
yeah, sand around you, no oasis besides one river that could dam up or run out. Yeah.
Egypt's actually a booming capital, dog. Like Egypt's really, it's not just deserts anymore. Like they have giant like skyscraper stuff and you know, really
They
like
didn't have that with Cleopatra. There wasn't
I
Empire State
now,
here.
obviously, but like now, I'm like it's not just desert. But I think I'd be so cool to live in that time, you know, like no phones, no electronics, no nothing, just like fully raw dogging it. Don't know if I can say that. You might have to bleep that, but
No kids watch the show. It's okay.
but I think going out there like that and just doing life and not having any other stuff would be sick. Like not maybe not to be like the worker who's building the pyramid, but I think to be one of the royals would be sick.
Yeah, if you're royalty, yeah, it's fine. I'd rather be a royal now, in today's age. But if you're not Cleopatra, you're screwed. You have an awful life. You're working 24/7. You're working 28, 8, whatever. Building a dang pyramid in the middle of the desert with no breaks and all that. But what were we talking? How do we get on Cleopatra? Oh yeah, aliens. Yeah, aliens building pyramids. Oh no, because you see these cave drawings, you see these prints, just hieroglyphs is what they're called, of people or aliens like in spacesuits and stuff. You see this. You see like spaceships. You see these spaceships as hieroglyphs and cave drawings in the dwellings. Some recent news. Released classified information. Government's looking into UFOs. They've got videos of them. We saw the video. I don't know how long it's been. Maybe it was over the summer. Full 2020 action, but they released the video where it couldn't identify that flying saucer. So they're looking into that. We've had government officials, not just in the U.S. but all over the world, high-ranking officials, military officials, say that UFOs are real. They've had contact with aliens. Do you think they're just fibbing, lying to tell a story?
No, but I think the ones who know a lot of stuff are the ones who are have to keep quiet, you know? It's always like all the men in black suits are gonna come and like take down your door, you know? I think definitely those are the guys who are staying quiet, you know? We just have the guys who know that they can say that and not get, you know, taken out.
Yeah, taken out, yeah, for real. So we know every star has at least one planet orbiting. That's a lot of stars. There are more stars in the sky than there are sands of grain on Earth, grains of sand on Earth. So that's a lot of planets. And in the last 30 years, we did not know a single planet outside of our solar system. We've discovered 3,000 new planets. a lot with similarities like us. I was gonna ask you something. Forgot. Let's see. Forgot it. Wow. But have you ever had a UFO encounter out there in the middle of the where are you, forest? You ever seen aliens just beam down and take someone up, or take some trees, take some lumber?
Ow. Man, I haven't, but for the area that I'm in, I wouldn't like doubt that it's happened before, I think people are too chill here for that not to happen. Definitely take some people.
I remember what I was gonna say. Are aliens living among us?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Not like lizard people, not that vibe, but I definitely think that like if you want to get to know I think we'd be considered the enemy, like until they like get to know the vibes. But I definitely think that if you want to get to know the enemy, so to speak, that you got to get in with them, be a part, and just that's the best way to get information is to put yourself in the situation. So
Yeah,
they're among us.
I could definitely see that. I'm not really sold on that. They're probably out there. Maybe they're not communicating with us right now. Maybe they're like, yeah, we don't want y'all, man. Y'all whack.
We don't want to go on it.
We not about that. But there are many unexplained eyewitness reports. We've got lots of testimonial. The most famous being the couple in New Hampshire. Even the WOW signal from 1977, where Ohio State students received a 72-second burst of sound from interstellar space. Most recently, scientists say they might have discovered life on Venus in their clouds. I do think what we'll find is microorganisms and those small little things. Maybe they're not going to be like little fishies driving around, or not driving, but swimming around in little lakes on these distant planets. But I think we will find microorganisms and all that. What do you think we'll find? Especially with landing on Mars.
That Mars was Elon Musk's thing, right? And NASA, right?
Yeah, NASA.
Yeah, and SpaceX, I think, is his thing.
Yeah.
It was like a combined effort. But I think that we will probably find like habitable signs of that planet, I think. But definitely, I think like the whole conspiracy theories that basically Earth is just the second go around because it wasn't Mars. I think that they had like drinkable water or something, and people were saying that we failed at that planet, so we came to this planet.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that.
Yeah, if you look back, you see that Earth looked like what Mars looked like today, and or Earth looked like what Mars used to look like. You see that. But that would be. Hopefully, we get people on Mars soon. Would you go live on Mars when they ask you in a few years?
I've seen the 100 too many times. No, I think I don't want space living. I definitely would rather stay. So,
it's gonna be.
How about you?
If they can get that safe, I'll do that. I'm still a little afraid to fly on planes because I know that messes up sometimes. But you going into space, bro, you ain't getting saved. If something just like something little bitty happened, you ain't getting saved. You're done for. You're going bye-bye. But so maybe in like 50 years, whenever it's safe, I'll go die on Mars. It'll be fun.
If I'm already geriatric, I'm down. If I'm already geriatric.
it'd be that would be amazing to be able to go to Mars. It really would. Even just the moon would be awesome.
I think I'd do you can get a personal like rocket ship ride into space. I'd do that when they make it like more sustainable. But definitely be down for that. I don't know about living though. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Go take
can barely get over. Can't imagine another planet.
Yeah, it's true. Anything else on aliens?
I'm solid.
All right, both believers on that. We're Gucci on that. I wanted to ask you about some mountain living. What it's like living in the mountains. I'm a huge mountain guy. mountains over beach any day of the year.
That's kind of guys.
Mm-hmm. What are your favorite parts about living in the mountains? Being next to ski slopes, hiking, biking, fuel downtown.
Man, I'd probably just say the people. Just everyone here is so chill, calm. Everyone's on we call it mountain time, but it's not a sense of urgency for anything. It's a real slow pace. It's nice. I went boarding at Perg with a few friends, I think Saturday. It's pretty fire. Not really that into it though. Wasn't that good of a time. But I don't know. I'd probably just say the people,
That's nice. It's a lot better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
What's one of the major differences? You grew up in Oklahoma, you lived in Oklahoma, you still do. But what's the biggest difference between Colorado and Oklahoma that you've seen, and which is better?
I'm not gonna come for my Oklahomies. Not really gonna put anything out there like that, but I think it's honestly just two different lifestyles. I think one of my favorite things here is that people genuinely care what like you put in your body. Like everything's 100% grade. Like food, there's non-GMOs, there's low sodium. Like they want you to do well. And then like medicine wise, like good stuff. I don't know. And then like weed, like I'm not really that big into it, but a few of my friends are. But basically, just like the grade of everything is like they care about your health here, and like they don't want you to put stuff in your body that's not gonna like be good for you. I think Oklahoma is very different. I think it's very like at your own risk. Like it's like, oh, go ahead and eat that like 7,000 calorie burger, have a good time. But they won't let you do stuff like that here.
Yeah, that's why the lifespan is much better, much more long in Colorado for sure. What are some of your favorite spots in Durango? What are some hidden gems that you may want to keep on the DL, but that are on the DL, but you want to tell us? Bring it up, so that when we come.
One of my favorite spots recently got closed. It's called Baker's Bridge. They used to jump off the cliffs into the water runoff and like jump off the bridge or like rope swing. Very sick. They recently closed it though. Very sad. But some hidden gems if you're looking for good food, probably Steamworks or Carver's. And then recently just tried a new pizza joint. It's called Happy Pappy's. It's not in Maine. It's not on Maine. It's more off down the road a little bit, but best pizza I've had in Durango so far. Best pizza. And they have really good wings and cookies and everything.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're both into wings, but these aren't any like B-Dubs or where else do we mess? Wingstop. It's nothing like that. I know. But very like meaty, like huge. So definitely a must try if you're in Durango.
Sweet. We'll have to get that. Come visit Durango. Last time came during the middle of a pandemic and everything got shut down that day. So kind of a wasted trip, but love Durango. I do love it there. So let's move into our final segment. Who would you share a burger and brat with? I'll go first on this one. Show you a little rundown of how we do this. So you like making art? You like getting paid in remote island getaways? Well, a location located in Michigan on Lake Superior, a 91-acre pristine paradise is ready to welcome you. 3 lucky applicants will score a 3-week residency scheduled for about mid-June to mid-September. There is self-service, kitchen, library, indoor plumbing, open-air studios with equipment. So make sure you apply to that. Deadline is March 14th, a $20 entry fee. Check it out if you like all that stuff. I know you like to paint.
I'm into it.
You might want to check that out. You get a little 3-week stay on a.
Can you set it up so I wouldn't?
I don't work for them. It sounded like I worked for them there, but I don't work for them. I was just reading it off. So, who would you like to share your burger and brat with?
You know, right now, just I had a breakfast get together on Sunday. I think just every single person who was at that breakfast, just I have a really solid friend group right now, and definitely just everyone who came. So
All right. So we'll include some burgers and brats in your next breakfast when you go meet with them.
100%. Hopefully, you can make it out for the next one.
Hopefully, hopefully. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us. It was fun talking about all these conspiracy theories and Kanye divorce. What are your socials again so everyone can follow you?
Just follow me on Instagram. That's all I'm really on. At Hayden Mennella. So
All
thank you
right.
for having me.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure. Go look for that bear as soon as we're done, and Bigfoot. Go look for those.
Of course, yeah.
Everyone, make sure you're following us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Pandora, and anywhere else you get your podcasts at Burgers, Brats. Stay updated with our latest news on Twitter and Instagram. And watch us on YouTube. Hopefully, you're watching right now on YouTube at Burgers, Brats. For Matt and I, thanks for listening. Take care. Stay safe.